Hey guys, it's Roxanne from RoxanneLynch.com. Hey, I just wanted to pop into your world. We've had a lot of discussion over the last couple days about quitting. Okay, and I want to talk about this weird subject. I know it's kind of a strange subject to talk about, but I really want to share some ideas and points so you guys can quit quitting. Okay, because I know that there are amazing women out there, and you know this happens. Quitting things is not unusual. Okay, so this seems to be normal in a lot of aspects, and I want to share some ideas why. So maybe we can talk about, physical fitness, maybe we can talk about food plans, or if you're an entrepreneur, we can definitely touch on that too. Okay, so you guys know my name is Roxanne Lynch. I love to pop into your world, shake it up a little bit, get some different thinking going on so we can get some different results, some more momentum, some more traction within your own beloved businesses, whether you're with me and my team within social retail or your own beloved business. I know that there's enough sunshine out there for everybody. I know that, I remember when I quit my very first MLM. I remember when I fell off the wagon years ago, on and off, about, doing my body good and staying healthy. I know about falling off the wagon and quitting going to the gym. I know about, even relationships, for crying out loud. So, this is a very open subject. I know this can be touchy-feely for some people. I'm going to be pretty raw. I'm going to be, a lot raw. So you guys can giggle with me along with this. So I want to talk a little bit about doing our bodies good. Because I know that I remember after Christmas, I was thinking, okay, right after Christmas, because you gain a little bit of weight over Christmas and the holidays, it's almost impossible not to. And I wasn't beating myself up, but it was a known fact that I had gained about 4 pounds from like November into January. And then I'm thinking, well, no, I'll just start that after I get back from Cuba. It's really no use me starting anything crazy and wild with my body because I'm just going to be overindulging, when I'm in Cuba for those couple weeks. So I just procrastinated. So the first quitting that can happen in our lives is the procrastination of, okay? I have a lot of women saying like, hey, Roxanne, I would love to take some of your wellness products, but now just isn't a good time, maybe on Monday. Or now isn't a really good time because I know I've got this event coming up. So let's just wait till after that weekend because I want to be able to enjoy myself and I don't want to be spending money on something if I can't apply it. We know that everyone is going to have excuses about something within your world. Maybe it's fitness, maybe it's dating again, and definitely within doing our body good and of course our businesses. All right. So some first tips that I want to share with you, some reasons of, why I quit my old MLM back in the fall of 2015. And you guys can just mash those emoticons or you can say yes, or just give me an indication if you have quit past businesses before, because you guys know I've been around the block a few times. But I had like almost a 2-year break from network marketing companies because I was purely investing in myself with myself and coaching women, becoming a cheerleader within women, doing different team trainings, and definitely enjoying the affiliate marketing side and not having an MLM per se. But I want to share some reasons of why and how we can begin to stop quitting. Okay, so as you guys know, when I jumped back into network marketing, and I'm coming up with my 1-year anniversary very, very quickly, but some tips to stop quitting are go public and announce it. You have to announce it to the world, declare it to your friends and family, come out of the closet, whatever you want that to be, but declare it and go public and announce it and make it loudly known around your world through social media too, that this is what you are going to do it with purpose and intentions, and declare it. It's really hard to quit on yourself when you have made that stance, when you have, drawn that line in the sand, so to say, okay? So that is the first one. The second one is knowing when to pick your battles, okay? There's a lot of changes and there's a lot of challenges that happen to us within health and wellness, whether it is your fitness or relationships or our companies. We need to be able to decide when you're going to pick your battle. What are the important ones? What can you let go and let be, and what are you going to pick to say, no, this is worth fighting for? I think that is really, really important to understand what is worthy of your time and energy because we know where your energy goes, that's where everything else flows. So you can't be dancing around in a negative state or circle very long, all right? So the other one is that I decided that I was going to become a cheerleader, and I mean a real cheerleader that doesn't matter if I'm having a miserable day. If I see someone else having a great day, even if they're not in my company or my team or my business, I'm going to cheer them on, because I know that pouring love and goodness and gratitude into other people, we don't know how many times they might have wanted to quit, and they need that. Okay, they need that really, really, really bad. So it's up to us to pour love and cheerleading and celebration and support into other women's lives, because it's always known that, that rising tide, it lifts all ships, right? So the other one was sometimes people quit out of boredom. This was a kind of a real one for a lot of my team in the past, is that they were kind of bored because they felt so disconnected from the main people in the States. So what I'm encouraging you to do, no matter where you are in the world, if you're bored because your main hub is in another country, become more involved. Decide that you're going to start creating your own Facebook groups. Decide that you're going to make your own country's PDFs for onboarding, or decide you're going to make your own support groups when it comes to volunteering. Begin to reaching out to your leaders. If you're feeling bored, put your hand up and say, I need something to do. Ask them. They're happy to help shift off some tasks, help divert some rivers of to-dos and on the success sides to you. So if you're feeling bored and you're not feeling that you're really in the groove, ask for it. You can be the voice. Don't wait to be told. Don't wait to be asked. Volunteer. Be the keener. Be the teacher's pet, okay? That will definitely battle off some boredom, okay? The other tip is I would do anything when I was feeling frustrated or a bit low. I definitely would do almost anything in my power to get a result, either for myself or a team member. That is so important, because when you get results, when you dig in a little, when you do a little bit more, and whether it's for yourself or another team member, that is your success. And that will help relight your fire. And another really blessed thing is that it adds a little bit of momentum. It gets you back in the groove. It gets you back in the fire. It gets you back on the playing field, off the bleachers, and in the game. And that's where battles are won or lost, is when you're in the game, okay? It's really easy to be a cheerleader on the stands, but when you're in the game, you got a lot more skin in the game. You got a lot more guts in the game. So I would do almost anything for my team or myself, even some crazy things, some crazy incentives or some bonuses, almost anything to get my name back on the leaderboards, to put myself back in the winning for a contest, to have a goal celebration within my team growth or customer growth, or even within my own personal wellness goals, okay? Shake it up and get back in the game. So, and sometimes there's women that want to quit because they don't feel part of something, and maybe they're a bit shy, okay? Maybe they're a little bit nervous, they're a bit trepidatious. They know they want a plan B. They know they want to be involved in this amazing industry and profession, but they're shy. And they're nervous, and maybe they've been burned before, maybe they've quit before, but they've decided to give it another chance with you, okay? So encourage them. If you know this woman's personality type, if you know that she has struggled before, be a collaborator with that person. Plug her in with another personality where she can feel that she's helpful and partaking, but have her join in on the group challenges. Help her be part of that joint venture. Help her by getting her a team buddy. It's really hard to quit when you have a person that is on a real high note. You know how you have your best friends and you're having a really bad day? Doesn't it seem almost serendipitous in the world that your best friend that you always go to is in a great mood? And when your best friend is having a really rough, icky, horrible, crappy day, then you seem to be having a really fabulous day, and that person, when they come to you, you lift them back up again. That's what we need to be plugging in women into groups and systems, and even personally, where they can have a buddy, or they can have a collaborator, or they can work in a team and a group, so they can, if they're having really hard up and downs in their business, that is going to gentle out those waves, and they're not going to be so seasick on the ocean, right? We're going to be able to be that raft, that lifeboat for them, okay? And when people really want to quit due to maybe, I have a couple women that have recently struggled with family dynamics. There's been some deaths in the family. There's been also some, family dynamics within kids and husbands. So, that's when we can, take a break, and it's okay to scale it back. Okay, talk with your leader, talk with the woman who is helping you every day so you can, recover and you can recoup, you can rest, and then you can rise and roar again. So don't beat yourself up by having to scale it back and say, hey, I need to take a 3-week break, or I need to take a 10-day break, or even I'm going on holidays and I'm not bringing my laptop, so there's only so much I can do from my phone. Would you be able to help me with my team? I've got 3 new girls that started this month, and but I still have holidays coming. Can you help me? Reach out and strategize and plan with your mentor and your leaders so it's not so overwhelming, and your team and your girls are still plugged in, and someone's going to be there caring for them and nurturing with them, okay? So the other tip is of course, think about who you're going to disappoint. I know that if I would have wanted to quit, I know that I would be disappointing my husband, I would be disappointing my children, I would be obviously disappointing a lot of women within my life. So we need to be able to make that decision. Who am I going to disappoint? We're thinking about that. So, and also, are you going to prove them right again? If you were to quit again, who are you going to prove right that said, oh, you can't do that? Oh, you've tried that before and you quit. Or, didn't you do something like this a couple of years ago, and how well did that turn out for you? Okay? Because there's some, not so, they're saying things in a way that they're trying to help you and protect you because they love you and care for you. But really, who are you going to be letting down? On top of yourself, okay? So think about that. So your fear of quitting, or your fear of loss, you have to have something that's bigger than that. So, I remember when I quit my corporate job in the fall of 2015, and only a few months later, I actually quit at that time was my first primary MLM. I didn't give myself a choice. I had to figure this out, because I had just tossed away and put a resignation letter on this woman's desk, and I walked away from like over $80,000 a year. So I had to figure it out. I had no other option than to find a way to make it work. I had to find a way and learn how. As we know, there's 2 options in life. You can quit or you can learn. And I chose that I have to learn, because I didn't want to go really working anywhere else. I would become unemployable, okay? So allowing them to figure out what you want to do and how you want to do it, and giving yourself no other choice but to succeed, okay? And then, of course, the last tip is to help maybe stop quitting, is to actually, and it ties in with who you're going to disappoint, is you can actually let a little bit of guilt flood in. Like, how is this going to feel? Before you quit, how's this going to feel again? And because remembering that if you've quit before, you haven't allowed yourself any room for growth, okay? When you quit, you don't grow, and you haven't had that learning opportunity when you do quit something, because you have to start all over from plan B. Or from point A in a new plan B of whatever that would be. So I think that those are really important. So a couple last tips, because I know this is getting out there, is remembering that we have to be able to envision our future. Like, we really have to figure out, and it's not just about plugging into your why. I mean, that's common. Plug into your why all over again. But you have to be able to envision your future. If you had to start over again, like, you have to be able to see the positivities of where you're heading, and understand that all these lumps and bumps and hurdles and being derailed off the train tracks, that's just kind of normal, because bad days and tough days happen to us all. I mean, it took me a day and a half to figure out my funnel. I wanted to make a brand new funnel for my social retail business. So when people ask me, I can just say, hey, go to roxannelynch.info. But I was having these 2 different pages that weren't talking to each other, and I couldn't get them to merge. And then my domain link, it didn't want to join with that one. And I was like banging my head, because I'm not super techie, but I figured it out, okay? I could have quit, yeah, but then I would have had been sending like 4 different links of information instead of one link that said roxannelynch.info. So I was really proud of myself today. And that's why I want to talk about not quitting, is because I had to figure out how this was going to be so amazing for me to be able to do one simple thing. So that made me really excited. So last tips, of course, is like plug into your leadership, plug into your groups, plug into your audios, plug into your training. When you're feeling down or discouraged, talk to somebody. Talk to them. Say, look, I'm having a really crappy day, and this really crappy day's been lasting 5. So we need to talk because I'm in a funk and I need help out. What can we do? How can we strategize? Okay. And the last tip I'm going to leave with you, and I promise this is the last one, is never stop keeping your schedule. Okay. Within your journal, within your notebook, keep on planning your next call. Keep on planning your next webinar. Keep on planning your next, when you're going to be plugged in on the next training, or your next appointment, or your next follow-up. When you keep a full calendar, it's really hard to quit because these people are waiting for you and you promised that you're going to follow up with them. Okay. So those are my ideas for tonight. I hope you guys got some value. Sharing is caring. So maybe a friend needs this message today. Maybe a team member needs a little bit of lifting and some hope today. Just don't quit. Just don't quit on yourself, because your inner heart and your inner you is really counting on you to get up and rise and roar one more day. Okay, so I will see you guys tomorrow on the sunny side of life as always. You guys take care and have a fabulous evening.